Hi guys and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I have another eyeshadow palette. Yep, we're trying to plug through them. I'm also still not liking my makeup, so we're experimenting with different everything, basically primers and foundations and powders, and so it looks a little cakey to me today and I'm not loving it, but that's not why we're here. We are here to look at my eyeshadow palettes from D through G. Yep, we have quite a few, so let's get right into it. Before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, let me know if you have any of these, what your thoughts are on what I have, and yeah, let's start with Dior. I forgot to include one of my B palettes. So this is my Betsy Johnson palette. I was wearing this in most of the video and it was in my drawer to wear again today, but I didn't wear it today because I'm wearing the Royal palette. Royal Fair, I think. Anyway, this is the Betsy Johnson palette. There are some really pretty shimmers in here. There's a lot of shimmers. The majority of it's shimmers, but yeah, didn't remember to film this one. So I was putting them away and went, oh, duh. I am very happy to have all of these. I did a trade with one of my lovely subscribers, Savannah. Hi! And then that's how I got one of them. And then the other ones I picked up when there's been a sale at Macy's, because they're some of them are so pretty and I've really liked how they work. But I believe you, Savannah, like that's the reason I got the first one. I also wanted to show you, like, they've changed the logo, which I thought was interesting. I think this is my newest one. Yeah, this is my newest one. So slightly different. Packaging is a little heftier, it feels like, but we're going to start with Dior. So this one is the Atelier of Dreams. And yes, it still has the little plastic cover because I keep those and I keep the brushes in them because these are my fancy ones. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, we'll get close. So it does have the embossing in it, so it looks like the Atelier in Paris. So that one's pretty fun. Then the other one I have is Pink Coral. This one is more of a just like part of their normal collection, and that's what it looks like. So 5 shades, pretty shades. Doesn't feel quite as like, I feel like I can use this one and not damage it. Then we have the fancy gold one, which was from the holidays this last year, I believe. And this one is Golden Masquerade. And once again, like there's embossing on it, but it's not like super exciting embossing. So I don't mind using this one because it doesn't feel like I'm messing anything up. And then the last one is the Pink Riviera. This is the most recent one that I purchased. And it has the gold overlay on it, so I'm kind of losing that a little bit. It has the tiger and stuff. I'm going to lose those pretty quickly, but I've been trying to work around the gold, as you probably can tell. I like this one. Is it my favorite? No, I think I enjoy the holiday one and the Pink Coral just a little bit more, but this one, I like them all. Continuing with D, I have my Dominique Cosmetics, and I have a few of them. So first up is Rustic Glam. I feel like I got this as a like deal at BoxyCharm. Or Ipsy. I don't think I got it in my box, but I feel like they had a really good deal on it. It is kind of rustic. It has some interesting colors. It's not too cohesive, I feel like. I don't know what all to do with some of these shades, but yeah. And that one's looking a little bit more orange. It looks, no, I guess it does look about that. It's slightly more brown in real life. Then I have the Berries and Cream, which is right up my alley. I love the color story in here. So pretty. Love those maroons in there. Have some nice shimmers as well. This one smells like cardboard, which is a little weird. Then we have Latte 2, and this one's slightly smaller. And oh, I love that color story. These weird pops of color on the end, like it doesn't make sense, but like the yellow makes a little bit more sense. But I don't know, I really like this palette. I need to wear this one more. I want to wear all my palettes more, which is a problem because it's hard to decide every day. And then this one came in an Ipsy Icon, I believe, when I was doing that. I've done that a couple times. This is the Essentials palette, and yeah, kind of a boring neutral palette. Serviceable, definitely serviceable, but not as exciting, I feel, as like the Latte 2 or the Berries and Cream. Moving on to E, I have two from E.L.F. that I have kept. First up is Christian Siriano. Partly kept this because it's Christian Siriano. Like, the color story is kind of crazy. I'm going to take out the brush so that I can show it better. Color story is a little crazy. Not really sure what was going on with that color story. Some nice shades in there, but definitely I think this one might end up going in my like makeup for memories kind of area. This is the Bite Size Eyeshadow in Cream and Sugar. Not my favorite, a little kind of meh. I wish the dark brown was just a little lighter, so it's just such a contrast between those two. But, or maybe there's the fifth shade that's more of a crease color transition shade, I don't know. Anyway, I did keep that. I decluttered all of the other ones from E.L.F. though. Then we have Eloise. This is the Queen palette. This came in BoxyCharm, and it is purples and some pinks. Interesting. This is another one I think I've only done the one kind of try on it, so who knows, some of those might get decluttered down the road because they hadn't had a full wear. I really liked this palette. This is Emily in Paris by Essence, and oh my gosh, well, first, the Eiffel Tower is so cute. They did such a good job on these shadows. Let's see if I can. I kept the plastic on there so it wouldn't get the Eiffel Tower all dirty. But they did such a good job with these shadows. This is not the same Essence quality as every other Essence palette I've had. The shimmers had presence to them. I really liked the mattes. They were nice and creamy, so I don't know what they were doing, but keep it up, Essence, because this was a good palette. We have from Estate with Bailey Sarion. This is the Venice Fling palette. This one also must have come in an Ipsy or BoxyCharm. I don't even remember like when the transition was, and yeah. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Giant pans, some nice colors actually. I wasn't sure about it, but I did enjoy this palette, and it's the only thing from Estate. I know nothing of them beyond this palette. I have a couple from Estee Lauder that were part of Purchase with Purchase holiday sets. So this one is the Trick of the Eyes. I think this came out this last year, and it's almost all mattes. There are two shimmers, but they are very light shimmers. They're almost more like satins, but I liked this palette, and I was surprised. I thought, like most of my Estee Lauders, it might get decluttered, but it did not. And then the other one I have is this Pure Color Envy. This is supposed to be nudes, so it's cute. I like the packaging on it, and it is definitely a nudes palette. I had another one that was definitely not nudes. It had like blues in it, and I was like, why is this a nude palette? But this one feels very much like a nude palette. Kind of the same thing. The shimmers are kind of there, but they're not like overwhelmingly shimmery. But it's a nice palette, and it's compact, and it made the cut. Next ones were kind of controversial, and people didn't really like them, but I had no trouble with them. I kind of liked them. So we have Fenty Beauty. This is the Balm Posse, the Mega Mix and Match Eyeshadow Palette, and it's kind of weird. The packaging is weird on it, but that's what it looks like. You have 12 shades. I liked it. Did I like it as much as the other one that I'm going to show you here in a second? No, but I found this on clearance at JCPenney's Sephora back when it was still there, and I've had fun with it. I didn't think it was as terrible as everybody was saying, and I didn't feel like this was as terrible as everybody was saying. This is the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. I actually have had quite a bit of fun with this over the years, and yeah, it's an unusual layout, but it's not overwhelming in its layout. Like, some of them are just crazy, but I maybe beyond like these, if I just covered those up, I really liked all these other shades. I've gotten some use out of them over the years, and I liked it. I know that was not a popular opinion though, but Moroccan Spice I did like. All of these next ones were sent to me for review from Florisis. They sent me a couple different care packages, and then I never heard from them again, and that's fine. I have been enjoying them. I reviewed all of them, and I liked all of them in some way or another. So this is the first one they sent, which is the Flowery Color Eyeshadow Palette in shade 01. This is probably my favorite of them all. I really liked those shimmers in there. There's a lot of shimmers. It was just a really pretty palette. So that one I really liked. Was glad to have gotten it. And these ones don't want to stay, they don't stack. That's my biggest complaint. Like, I like the packaging, but storage wise or just sitting here, they kept falling into me because they were not behaving. So I have all of these. This is Soaring Sunlight and does not look like sunlight, but very pretty. Has beautiful embossing on it for sure. Some nice colors. Not my favorite of the bunch. Then we have this one. This one has a different name on their website, and I don't remember what it was, but it's kind of like these. This one is probably the most practical out of these four that I'm going to show you. I did like this one quite a bit. Then we have Gold Brown, which is this one. Has a couple of interesting pops in there, but some nice shades. I do like the shimmer formula that they have. And then the final one that they sent me is the Burgundy Sunset. Like I said, they sent me all of these. They sent me some foundations as well and some blushes. Oh, this one's so pretty. I do really like this one too. So we have that one. I did a video, I did Instagrams on them, so there's plenty of me talking about them. Next up is Flower Beauty. This is the only palette I have from Flower Beauty. This is Sugar Rush, and I left the brush in it for some reason. I'm not really exactly sure, but that's what it looks like. It's a these are all very narrow shadows. This one is super pretty though. I really like that one. So some nice shimmers in here. This is kind of like the Naked formula though. I don't know why we need such narrow. Makes it a little difficult. I like kind of circles or squares a little bit better. Formula Z, this came in my Ipsy. This is the Glamgasm palette, and you have some really pretty shades in here, and I wasn't sure what I was going to feel about this, but I liked it. So, you know, happy to find some palettes that I like from Ipsy. I have two that kind of straddle the line between my collectors but also my everyday palettes, and that's because they're thin and they fit in like in a drawer easily, and they didn't come in PR boxes, so that helps too. They're both from Glamlight. This is the Strawberry Shortcake Berrylicious palette. I ordered these together back on Black Friday when this launched. Oh, that is disappointing that it is starting to leak the oil out of the shimmers. Oh, I hate that it's damaging the packaging. That's disappointing. Love Strawberry Shortcake. Have been a Strawberry Shortcake fan my entire life. So was happy to have that one. That 3 is so pretty. I want to swatch some of these, but that would make these videos super long, and I'm trying to be efficient in this. Then I have the Glamlight Malibu Barbie palette, or Dream Summer palette. I guess it's just technically Barbie, but that's definitely a Malibu Barbie. And we have a lot of colors in here. We have some fun embossing. We got like the sunglasses down here. We got some bees. This one is doing the same? This one, yeah, it looks like maybe there's a little bit of oil spillage, but not to the degree of the Strawberry Shortcake one. But yeah, Glamlight. It's a pretty palette. It's a little overwhelming palette, but since it's Barbie, I'm happy to have it. Sorry, you just had to look at the top of my head as I was staring at it. Finally, wrapping up my G's is my Give by Gwen Stefani collection. Big fan of hers for the longest time, so I picked up as much as I can. A lot of these I picked up at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I think maybe all of them. But first up, we have Rich Girl, and this one is, a little boring. These are not always my favorite color stories, I will say that. I do like the formula for the most part, though. This one is Danger Zone. more of a smoky eye, no shimmers in there. I have it like the tuxedo shade with the sparkle and the matte. Then we have Simple Kind of Life. This one is very light, and you can use that. Like this one, I feel like you could use for everything else. Kind of like brow bone and shading a little bit. Then we have Just a Girl. This one was damaged, and I think I have a replacement of it because I think this is the one I ordered from Sephora, and my shimmers came absolutely trashed. And I tried to repress them, but you can see that I am not a master represser like Jessica. So that's that one. And then I have my two 6 pans, which I feel like they upped the quality for these, but then they disappeared so quickly. So we have Simple Kind of Life. Once again, this is the 6 pan version. Those shimmers, I like these shimmers better than the other shimmers in the next palette. But again, I feel like these are nicer. And this is Make Me Like You. And it has 6 shades. Pretty, I like the tones of these ones better. But I think the shimmer on the other two is just a little bit better. All right, that is it. That is another group of my eyeshadow palettes. We will be moving on to H and I next, and that's basically 3 brands, and two of those brands are very small minority of the palettes. Anyway, let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you have any of these palettes, if you missed any of these palettes, your thoughts and opinions down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.